Hello, friends. This is Prapanna from TD Academy, Chennai. So, can we get started? Grammar is definitely a huge task for anybody who is trying to learn a language, but it is simple if you understand the crux of it. Today, we are going to understand the basics of using the various be verbs and the auxiliary verbs for pronouns. Here I've given you a simple table. This is going to be your logbook for you to understand the tense forms. And I'm going to explain the tense forms in the subsequent classes. Today, just understand that there are 12 different tenses under three categories. As you all know, the present, past, and the future. There are four subdivisions, and the four subdivisions are simple, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous. With that, let us get into today's topic. It is going to be light, simple. There are eight pronouns that we generally use: I, we, you, he, she, it, they, and you. You'd have noticed one thing. I've given you twice. Yes, you identified it correctly. So the difference is just because of the count. So when you're talking about a person, it is going to be you, which is in the third line. And when you're talking to a crowd, it is going to be you, which is in the last line. It is both second person. So I'll come back to the person reference a bit later. Now, the count is the only differential factor here between the you of the third row and the you of the eighth row. So when you're talking about the count, so it is obvious there's going to be either a singular or a plural count. So you have about five pronouns for singular count and you have three pronouns for the plural count. We, they, and you corresponds to the plural count. The rest all five pronouns, which includes I, you, he, she, it, corresponds to the singular count. I hope the gender is self explanatory, except for he and she, which qualifies it to be male and female. All others can be a combination. And if you would have seen, I've also given a not applicable where you're referring it to an object, right? And the person reference is important. So get back to your primary classes. People would be saying first person singular, third person plural, third person singular. It's simple. If you're talking to a person, if you're talking about yourself and you're the only person, so it is first person singular and the pronoun is I. If you're talking to a person which includes you, but along with you there are other people as well, so it is going to be first person plural, which qualifies it to be we. So likewise, you have second person singular and second person plural being you. For third person, it is simple. Third person singular has three different pronouns, which is he, she, and it. Based on the gender, it is going to be different. And third person plural is going to be they. Simple, isn't it? Then we are going to move towards the be auxiliary verb and the H auxiliary verb. So when you're talking about the be auxiliary verb and the H auxiliary verb, the straightforward one is the H auxiliary verb in past, wherein for all the eight pronouns it's had. And with respect to present, right? For all the eight pronouns, you should understand the difference. So for anything which is singular and anything is plural, is there a difference? No. The difference is not based on the count, but it is based on the logic he, she, it, and I. What are they? They are singular counts, but we have an exception. So that is the reason I told you don't get confused. The H auxiliary verbs for present tense can be qualified in a simple method. Anything which is singular is has, anything which is plural is have. But you have an exception, and the exception is the pronoun I. All right. So the be verb. Be verb is very simple. You have two combinations, was and where. So for anything which is singular, you use a was, and for anything which is plural, you use where. Now let's move on to the be verb for present tense. So when we're talking about present tense, there are three forms. You have are, is, and am. Are is obviously for your present tense, but plural. Is and am will be used for singular, while he, she, it has is, and I uses am. Hope things are clear. Happy learning. This is Prapanna from TD Academy Chennai. I hope the video is interesting for you. Feel free to subscribe, share the video across. Apart from that, you can also register to our online spoken English class. You have the QR code with you. If you have any queries, you also have the mail ID admin@tdacademy.co.in for all your queries to be answered. Happy learning again. See you.